are targeting countries where there are U.S. bases, of course, but also countries that are have good relations with Iran. What does that tell you about the regime's, objective and its intent?
Well, the foreign minister, in multiple times, the Iranian foreign minister said that we're not targeting these countries. They are friendly countries. We have nothing against them. We're targeting the U.S. bases and foreign bases in these countries. But I think that line is being blurred at the moment because they're targeting, places inside the cities, and they're targeting people.
Another alert, another national emergency alert here in Qatar, which says please ensure to stay at home or in a safe place and not go out only for extreme cases until the danger has passed. Clearly incoming danger here in Qatar as well. 2 missiles have already been intercepted here in Doha by the missile defense system. It would seem a third one is incoming. Monad, the Iranians clearly are prepared this time around. They weren't caught by surprise given the response we're seeing.
Indeed, yeah. And so they are trying to widen this into the region. But equally, we have to remember that the U.S. and its allies have already predicted this. And probably they have plans to stop this. They are prepared also to pay the cost for this. I think what President Trump said, that, some of our men and women might, die in this war. But that's a price we are prepared to pay. So what we're looking at here is the unfolding of this conflict where the Iranians, this is the last showdown, if you like, between these two big powers.
The last showdown, you say, Probably. But how is it going to end? What brings it to an end?
Well, it seems that the U.S. and Israel and their allies as well, they are very much keen on regime change. And what they are, I think what they are hoping is that a shock and awe, just like what happened in 2003, would shake the regime and would probably help the Iranians, topple the regime. So that is what they said out loud.
Okay, just to update our viewers on what's been happening in this region after the initial U.S. and Israeli attack on Iran, the Iranians have now started responding. There have been attacks, strikes on Bahrain, the UAE and Qatar, all countries which have closed their airspace, I should say. Iran has struck Bahrain's capital, Manama, while Qatar has announced that it's shot down at least 2 missiles that were headed towards the U.S. military base at Al Udeid here in Qatar. President Donald Trump issued a statement earlier, as we've been saying that the U.S. started major combat operations in Iran and warned that there will likely be American casualties. And what we've seen in the last hour is American bases in this region being targeted. President Trump also calling on Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard to lay down its arms or face certain death. Let's listen to what the U.S. president said earlier.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American